Hello friends, today we are going to see about coded inequalities. And coded inequalities, it is a very easy topic, but it is a time consuming one as well when you do it normally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a shortcut method to do coded inequalities. Okay, and this is the introduction video for the coded inequalities shortcut. Okay, and what you have to do is whenever you get this question in the exam, the first thing which you have to do is you have to draw this one, that is greater than or equal to, smaller than or equal to, greater than, smaller than. Okay, so this is, you have to draw it as it is. Okay, and you have to draw some arrow marks as well. Draw the way which I am drawing exactly. Please don't change the manner in which the diagram is drawn. Okay, so this is what you have to draw. Whenever you get this question, this is what you have to draw in the rough sheet. Okay, and this sign means the arrow sign means you can move um, towards this direction. Okay, this direction, and this direction, and this direction, which basically means if suppose if you're going to move towards the or arrow mark, then you can move. But suppose if you want to move from here to here, that is greater than or equal to sign to equal to sign, you cannot move. You can move till this point, then you have to return back. Okay, so that basically means suppose if you're going towards the arrow in the direction of the arrow mark, you can move forward, but if you go in the opposite direction of the arrow mark, you can reach that point, but you have to come back. Okay, for example, suppose if I want to go from smaller than to smaller than and equal to, I can go from smaller to smaller than and equal to, I can reach this place, but since it is in the opposite direction of the arrow mark, I have to come back. So the resultant will be this symbol. Okay, it is very important to understand this thing, because if you don't understand this one, you cannot understand the shortcut method which I'm going to teach you after this one. Okay, so please be sure that please be sure about the direction of the arrow marks. And if there is no arrow mark, suppose there is no arrow mark between this and this, and there is no arrow mark between this and this, and since there is no arrow mark, we cannot move from this place to this place. Okay, so you can move only when there is an arrow mark, but if there is no arrow mark, you cannot move to that place, and you cannot move diagonally as well. You cannot move from here to here. Likewise, you cannot move from here to here. You cannot move in this way, because there is equal to in between. This is in one direction and this one is in the opposite direction, so you cannot move diagonally, and you cannot move to the place where there is no arrow mark. Okay, this is what you have to be very clear. So I'm going to repeat it once again. Whenever you get this question, you have to draw like this in the rough sheet, and you should not change the order. It has to be like this. The first one should be greater than or equal to, and opposite to it you have to put smaller than or equal to. In the middle you have to put equal to, then below that greater than or equal to you have to put greater than, and below the smaller than or equal to you have to put smaller than. And the direction of the arrow will be from the center, it will go towards all direction, and it will move from top to bottom. Okay, so this is the diagram, and you have to be thorough with this diagram. If you make a single mistake in this diagram, you cannot get the answers properly, and you cannot get the answers if you draw it incorrectly. So, and you should not change the direction of the arrow as well. Okay, so the arrow should be from the center outwards, and from the top it should come to the bottom. Okay, so first you have to clear with this diagram. If you are clear with this diagram, then the following steps will be extremely easy. Okay, now after drawing this diagram, the next step would be read the statement, read the information which are given. Okay, so P dollar Q means P is not smaller than Q. P is not smaller than Q means it can be either greater or it can be equal. If it is not smaller, it can be either equal or greater than. So this is what that symbol represents, that is greater than or equal to. So what I have to do is I have to put the symbol. Okay, and the next one is star means P is neither smaller than nor equal to, which says P is neither smaller than nor equal to. That means it is neither smaller than nor equal to. It is not smaller or it's not equal. That means it is greater. So I'm going to put the star symbol to the corresponding sign. Okay. The third one is at means P is not greater than Q. If P is not greater than Q, it can be either smaller or it can be equal. So I'm going to put at here. Okay, and the last one is P hash Q means P is neither greater than nor smaller than. It says that P is neither greater nor smaller. That means it is equal to. Okay, and the last one is P percentage Q means P is neither greater than nor equal to. It's neither greater nor equal to. That means it should be smaller. Okay, so what we have to do is first we have to draw the diagram, and we have to find out the corresponding values for the diagram. Okay, this is the first step. If you do this, you can get the answers for the next step, the 5 questions or 6 questions which they are going to give you. You can put those things in less than 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, first you have to find the values and you have to substitute it correctly. If you substitute it correctly, you cannot go wrong and you can finish the sum in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so please make sure that you are going to draw the diagram properly, and the arrow mark should not be incorrect. The arrow mark should be from the center to the center towards outside and from top to bottom, and you should not change the symbol position as well. Okay, so the diagram should be exactly like this, and after drawing this diagram exactly like this, you have to substitute the value for the corresponding symbols by reading the statements which they have given. And I'm going to repeat it once again for you. If it is towards the arrow, if it is in the same direction, if I'm moving in the same direction of the arrow mark, I can move forward. But if I'm going to move in the opposite direction, I can reach that point, but I have to come back to the same original position. Okay, so and the other thing is, if there is no arrow mark between a particular symbol, we cannot go to that place, and we cannot move diagonally as well. Move diagonally in the sense you can reach to the point of equal to, you can reach the center point, but after that you cannot move forward. Suppose if I want to move from here to here, I can move, but I have to come back. I have to come back to the same position. Okay, since I am moving against the direction of the arrow mark, I can move to that place, move to the center, but I have to come back. Then it's impossible for me to reach this place. Since I have to come back, it is impossible for me to reach this place. So I cannot reach that place. So diagonally I cannot move, and I cannot move to the place where there is no arrow mark. So this thing you have to be very clear. And in the following video, what I will do is I'll explain you how to do it, how to apply this shortcut in the actual sum. Okay, thank you so much for listening.